So you're putting in all that hard work, but are you really seeing the results you want? We're about to dive into the most common recovery mistakes that might be secretly sabotaging all your progress. Because let's be real, getting stronger isn't just about what you do in the gym, it's about what you do after.
You know the feeling. You push yourself, you grind it out, but something's missing. You're not quite getting the gains you expect. Well, what if the missing piece of the puzzle isn't your training at all? What if it's your recovery? Let's figure out if your post-workout routine is actually helping you or if it's secretly holding you back.
Okay, let's kick things off with a classic mindset trap. And honestly, it's one that pretty much everyone falls into at some point. This idea that you have to go all out, all the time, no exceptions.
It's so easy to get caught up in that no days off culture, right? But here's the thing. Real growth, the stuff we're all chasing, doesn't happen when you're lifting. It happens during your rest days. That's when your muscles are actually repairing and rebuilding themselves to be stronger. Just pushing non-stop doesn't speed things up. It's a one-way ticket to burnout.
This says it all, doesn't it? It's not about slacking off. It's about being intelligent with your training so that every single session you do actually moves you closer to your goals.
Next up, let's talk about something that is all over social media right now, the cold plunge. Now, they definitely have their place, but a lot of athletes are using them in a way that can actually slow down muscle growth.
It really all comes down to blood flow. A cold plunge makes your blood vessels clamp down. It's called vasoconstriction, and that basically slows down the delivery of all the good stuff your muscles need to repair. Heat, on the other hand, it does the exact opposite. A sauna, or even just a hot bath, opens up all those pathways and basically supercharges the recovery process.
Yeah, think of it like a high-speed delivery service for your muscles. Heat therapy is like getting express shipping for all those nutrients and oxygen, getting them right where they need to go exactly when they're needed the most.
All right, let's shift gears and talk about fuel. The third major mistake is a huge one in the world of nutrition trends, treating carbohydrates like they're the enemy.
Skipping carbs after a tough workout is kind of like trying to drive your car with the fuel light blinking. You're just not going to get very far. Quality carbs aren't something to be afraid of. They are the premium fuel that powers your training and, just as importantly, kicks off the entire recovery process afterwards. So, instead of being scared of carbs, start focusing on properly fueling your body. The goal should be balanced meals that give you the energy to crush your workouts and all the essential building blocks to recover like a pro. Our fourth mistake is a little more subtle, but it is absolutely critical. You might be drinking tons of water and think you're totally hydrated, but you could still be missing a key ingredient. Look, drinking water is step one, for sure. But when you sweat, you're losing more than just water. You're losing vital electrolytes like sodium and potassium. And adding those back in, it's not optional. It's essential for your muscles to work right and for you to hydrate on a cellular level. And that's really the bottom line here. Without that proper balance of water and electrolytes, your muscles literally can't contract the way they're supposed to, and your performance is going to take a hit. It's as simple as that. So, our fifth and final mistake is a bit of a paradox. It's about something that feels really intuitive but can actually lead you down the wrong path, relying only on your appetite to tell you when to eat. Here's the wild part. Intense training is a major stress on your body, and that stress response can actually shut down your appetite. So, if you only eat when you feel hungry, you're almost guaranteed to be under-eating, which slams the brakes on your recovery. Having a structured plan just takes all the guesswork out of it. When you follow a plan, you're making sure your body consistently gets the fuel it needs. This keeps your metabolism fired up and ensures your recovery never hits a wall. Okay, how about a quick bonus round? Everything we just talked about becomes even more important when you're trying to bounce back from an injury. Here are a few common traps you really have to watch out for. Honestly, every single one of these is like a potential landmine. For instance, ignoring those little aches and pains, or skipping your strengthening exercises. It might seem fine at the moment, but it's often just a fast track to getting hurt all over again. The key is to be patient, really listen to your body, and trust the plan from your physical therapist. And for those of you who want to take your recovery game to the absolute next level, let's look at some of the more advanced methods you can start to bring into your routine. So here you can see a great mix of high-tech gear and more holistic approaches. On the tech side, you've got things like compression therapy to fight inflammation and wearables that give you hard data on your recovery. And then on the holistic side, practices like meditation can give you a mental reset, while eating anti-inflammatory foods can reduce stress from the inside out. The goal is to build a complete system that works for you. So what's the big takeaway from all of this? It really comes down to one central idea.
You have to recover just as intelligently as you train.
And this might be the most important point of all. We have to stop thinking of recovery as just time off. It's not passive. It is an active, crucial part of your training. It's the time when your body actually adapts, rebuilds, and gets stronger. It's where the magic really happens.
It's a pretty simple formula when you break it down, but man, is it powerful. Listen to your body, be smart in your training, fuel yourself well, and get your rest. If you can master these fundamentals, you will unlock your true athletic potential.
So I'll leave you with this question. Think about that last really tough workout you had. Now that you know about these common pitfalls, what is the one thing you can change in your recovery plan starting today to make sure you come back even stronger?